There we go. We're seeing stuff. The stuff that we mean to see. The stuff that we did things in order to bring about. Hey. So, you know, been a moment. I've been tired. There's been celebrations of a kind. And so I just decided to kind of kick it and generally put myself back together as well as one can, as we weather the rigors of day-to-day life. You know, that being said, we also haven't really had the time to sit down and write something else for the next bit of doom that we experience. That'll come. I'll get there. I oftentimes find myself, as the title would suggest, at a loss for the proper words to adequately convey what it is that I'm aiming to, but you know this if you've hung around at all. Things get windy, they get circuitous, they get tortured in the metaphor. I get frustrated with the kind of inherent failings of language, as well as this fucking application, which we're so close to saying goodbye to. We're so close. Oh, it's tantalizingly close. It's so fucking near that I can taste it. The witch says tomorrow. She's not entirely correct. It should be by the end of this month that I'll have both necessary monitors. But, you know, ever the optimist. Maybe it will be. Who knows? The shipping range is anywhere from yesterday, looking at my calendar real quick, anywhere from yesterday till the end of this month. Good timetable. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the estimate of, I don't know. Anyway, we got control. Oh, the witch says that I'm very quiet. That's not what is showing up here on my thing. They might just have their volume down. But anyway, yeah, because we're like just hitting the red line there. I don't agree with their assessment. With their bonkers ass assessment. Yeah, let's see what it sounds like in their monitor. Let's just go ahead. We're running this experiment. Okay, so we have an actual volume test. Huh. I wonder why that is, because it's showing, Is it just turned down on your... Huh. That's weird. No, there's just the gain. That doesn't really appear to be helping. Yeah, hang on. It did have an update recently, so, like, let's fucking find out what its problem is. How about this? As we do our troubleshooting. No. Not really a fix. There is, but it doesn't necessarily... Because it sounds fine on mine. That's the weird part. So we're just kind of checking to see if there's absolutely anything I can do on my end. No, this is probably fine. Hang on a sec. As we keep doing this troubleshooting thing, before we start control, we gotta check in with the feds again. It's been a while, and a no call, no show for any particular job. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's just their headset being wonky. Okay, so, where the fuck was I? Right, control. There it is. We gotta go ahead and get on in there. Yeah, that'll be that one. We should have ears shortly. Any moment now. There it is. Have eyes. I'm gonna double check our sound levels. Yeah, all appears good. Gotcha. It seems like it was a loose plug. Sometimes that shit happens. There is a bird here who does pull on things. So it's entirely possible. Yeah, that someone, maybe the green co-host, is responsible. We're gonna continue. And I'm gonna figure out what the fuck it was that we were doing. There's shapes. Okay. So we're after bits. We have to go through the sealed threshold corridor anyway. Okie doke. Hi, Pie. It ain't that way. It ain't this way. That's clocks. We're not going through clocks. Ah. Wrong button. And 3B. Nope. This went to logistics. Well, we'll sort it out, right? I've got some interesting things set up here. I think it's because we were doing... What the fuck were we doing? One of the challenge things, right? With the islands and the floating. That sounds familiar. Sounds right. Ah, come on, don't. Well, alright. If you're gonna do it that way, that's fine. Fuckery. That's got him, though. That's the one. Okay, we found our shield. Are we done? No. How about now? Seems good. I suppose we can open that door as well. Okay, so we have shit to throw out, right? Right. Yeah, like that's trash. That's trash. No. Don't need two of those. Zoom boost is unnecessary. Again, don't need two, don't need two. Some truly old crap in here, huh? It happens when you don't look at an inventory all that often. That'll do it. Did you need to tell me something? I guess there's, yeah, that. But we're not doing that. Oh, there's the mannequin. I think we read this, though. Fairly certain. Okay. Dodge efficiency is nice. Here's more things. Processes and best practices, AWE frequency. For some time now, there has been a steady increase in the annual number of AWEs that the Bureau responds to. Between 2010 and 2015, we responded to redacted AWEs. For comparison, note that we only responded to redacted between 1995 and 2005. Is this rise a result of redacted, improvements in our detection procedures, or perhaps simply coincidence? We cannot say for sure, which is why this proposal for an AWE task force to be created within the hierarchy of the investigation sector has been compiled. We need to spend more time in examining what causes AWEs rather than just containing them. Refer to file 5-95-1737 for full report. If I find it, I will, I promise. Is that it? That's it. That's everything in there. Alright. So, we were deposited back this way, towards the safety door. Yeah. 2, a 3. Great. So this is where we want to be. We just have to figure out where in here we want to be. Oh, there's the flamingo. That's what we're looking for.
It's got to be an altered item.
No, it's probably not. You're irritating me, flamingo. So, how are we expected to do this? Am I just waiting for it to be solid? Doesn't appear so. Oh, we're flying is what we're doing. We fly now. Gotcha. Can't get touched by the twisty floor, that's the secret. Ow.
This thing again.
Fuck. Yeah. Well.
We got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the boards?
I'd like it if it would knock it off. Yeah, that thing. Now give me my health back. We're waiting. There it is. Fucking holes. Almost had him in one, too. That's not the worst for being away as long as we have been. Well, you know, back at it. It's not that way. So what we need to do first is locate the light cord. It's this way. Yep, hi.
That's got to be an altered item.
Boy, does it ever. Gotcha.
This thing again.
Okay, let's do this.
You got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the board?
Would that be possible?
I never did like flamingos.
Why?
Too pink.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a weird reason, but... So, no unique procedure required. Altered status is suspected, but unverified. The description of the effect for AL46-KE or AI, still not sure. Might be a lowercase l, might be an uppercase I. A plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. Appendix. New altered effect has been observed. See file AL or AI 46-.D for details. Sure, again, if I come across it. I'm positive I will. That's everything there, huh? The rubber duck is in protective studies. Which means that we gotta go on over here to this control point. Never mind. Here, have that. Where's your fucking friends? Yeah. Missed him. Okay then. That's the button. So where the fuck else are we going? Protective studies, right? So we're by the ritual division, seems sane. I'm sure there will be people there too. Gotta get them ability points, you know? Need them. Positively stunned that we weren't immediately assaulted. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we were here in the past and I heard quacking. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, there's gotta be a way in there, right? Let's do our best to find it. I remember the quacking coming from in here. Yeah. But that's nothing. And this is nothing. Hey, how y'all doing? Nothing interactable here. Shortcut elsewhere. Is this computer upstairs fuckwithable? No. So it stands to reason then that the solution would be in that room, wouldn't it? So that's just a tape, and we've listened to it. There are what look to be maintenance corridors back there. And I'm wondering how it is we might access those. It's certainly not that way. Maybe through the HRA lab. Maybe it is in here. Ah. See, my problem is that I didn't look up. Oh, that's the other problem. We're getting to that. Oh, hi. Great.
Disappearing ducks. Great.
Yeah. Open. Well, they're here somewhere. apparently further in. Nowhere in there yet. Why are you already back? Okay, I hear the quacking again. Ah. Just to the corner of the room. I was overthinking it.
Finally, no more quacking.
Great. The quacking wasn't that big of a deal. Okay. To Langston. Right at the Panopticon. Neither one of those is quite as bad as some of the other things that we've encountered, huh? They were alright. Okay. To security. Pardon.
Door was dangerous, but no.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but that's a bit above my pay grade.
Something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
I mean, come on, man. Don't try to manage up to me.
See you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Yeah, you will. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to Central Executive real quick. Look over our options. Consider our next course of action. I mean, the good news about Mold 1 and everything is that they can be done afterward. No way to just pitch that, huh? So, the anchor is something we gotta do. Let's do that one. Case files, though. Rubber duck. Let's say it's AI. AI 52-AE. Containment procedure. Direct contact with the item is not permitted. Safety gloves are required when handling. Description and altered effect. Item is a yellow rubber duck bath toy from the 1950s. A single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes a sound analogous to quacking. The item travels considerable distances with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a redacted of unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct physical contact with it and begins to follow them, quacking often. This has led to a researcher named Redacted entering cardiac arrest, though due to the individual's health issues, the matter may not be connected to the item's effect. Appendix. Item on loan to the research sector for further study. Oh, just follows you around and quacks, huh? Well, I mean, you get an actual bird to do that, sir. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, he'll be back. It's a bird's bath time, you know how he gets. He's just gotta have it. Do I care about Slim? No. I do care about multi-launch, but we don't have the stuff for it right now. Energy will recover while shield is active is something that I do want. So we can kind of get our hands up, as it were, and still recover our sauce. Okie doke. So... probably the steel threshold entrance. We gotta go deal with an anchor. And then we'll deal with whatever the fuck else. Probably go to a dark place relatively soon. Wrong door. Other bathroom. That's right, I gotta climb the clock hill. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. There we are. Now that's been rendered into bullshit. Fuck that guy. Y'all may as well just pack it in. I have plenty of clocks. Oh, I see. I see. Well, we'll find them.
This is the safe room Will showed me. The one with the altered items.
I already know you're here. There. All right. To the safe room then. Open, please. Okay. Threshold Management Retrospective Threshold 9D. Threshold with effect redacted manifested in the containment sector in the middle of the redacted department. Simultaneously, numerous redacted appeared in the area, injuring and killing many redacted. After rescue operations were completed and redacted, Rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of redacted made the expedition impossible. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks. Proved an impossible task. Okay. The department was relocated in the area, abandoned. Researchers theorized the threshold introduced unstable matter to our dimension, which adopted the form of the redacted, as redacted when introduced to more stable redacted. Refer to file 9-51-3981 for full report. Again, if I ever come across it, you know I will.
Great. More clocks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of clocks. It's gonna be a real clock-a-palooza. That's just what we got going on. A real clock festival, if you will. Give me this, because it's probably gonna take me a couple of tries. You know, full fucking disclosure. Open, please. Thank you. Well, that shield efficiency is nice. What have we got equipped? What's that looking like? Oh, ours is better. Never mind, thank you. Trash. 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 Follow the trash. Great. Well, this reminds me. Is there anything that I can fuck with yet? I can upgrade our standard. And I can upgrade charge. I can also upgrade shatter. Let's do this for right now. And then we'll swap pierce to charge. See what it is that we can fucking get done. We need 2 more corrupted samples. And of course a lot more source, but shatter is ready to go once we have source, and that's easy enough to come by. Oop, swapped my view. Okay. Because this fight we're going to be far away, so I'm less concerned. Blast radius, no. Projectile speed, well that's something that we can just flat upgrade, right? Boom. Reload speed might be helpful. Reload efficiency, oh. It's we don't need to carry around that many of them. Yeah, looking like that's gonna be it. So we can kind of keep the rockets flowing. Remember, this is not a toy. That's a boat anchor. It does clocks. It does. This is what we're doing. We're gonna fight that anchor. I'm not mistaken, we need these big red clocks to... that's fair. You know.
It's making more clocks?
Yeah. And we kind of have to get it to open its fucking mouth in the right direction. And then we can slap it with one of these and get at that core. It's the wrong direction, bud. So I guess it's ticking this way. So if we're standing on the clock face, we'll call this 6. Yeah. It's a lot of patience, huh? Never mind, it's just not interested in dealing with me right now. Well, we'll catch it again when it comes around. Neat visual though, right? Fuck. Those are really the complicating factors. Okay, so now let's deal with this. We're in the faster ticking phase now. Come on. I'll take it. And now it's looking like I may have to... yeah, just kind of... plink away. Sometimes we can sneak one in there. Alright, friend. Which way we pointing? Not the way that I would like you to. Good thing we didn't go that way, huh? Really is the primary going concern. There. Yeah, you know what? Y'all do that way over there. That'll be just fine. Ow. But hey, you know. Thanks a billion. Wonder if any old clock will do. It's faster on the draw this way, you know. Wrong way. That'll do it. Yeah. Okay. Kind of made a big mouth, huh? Just spitting clocks. Fixed it.
No wonder the Rangers had such a hard time with it.
Right, well, you know. Easier than I remember it being. I remember having a lot more trouble with that. Maybe I'm just in a better headspace for it right now. Okay. We're almost there. 4 ability points away. What else we got? Aside from garbage. Probably want to swap that back over, right? Probably want to just swap this too. Stop kidding ourselves. Do we have any better versions of that? We kind of don't, huh? Oh well. Great. Oh, I forgot to do the missions. And we got collectibles. We'll do that too. Procedures. Ocelot's Anchor, AI 11-UE. Containment procedure. Black rock paneling successfully prevents manifestation of the sphere. Descriptional altered effect. A Trotman-style anchor made of iron with a wood stock. Surface is rusted in places. Weighs 3,789 pounds. The item generates a persistent blank sphere, the purpose of which is currently unknown. This sphere is always generated at a precise point in relation to the item, specifically redacted horizontal feed and redacted vertical feed from the redacted of the anchor. Appendix 425, 1983. Redacted, Ranger First Class was dropped into the sphere wearing a diving suit with dedicated oxygen line at redacted AM EST. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds inside the sphere, Redacted's oxygen line was cut at the sphere's border by an unseen force. All agents in the room during Redacted's entry into the sphere experienced vomiting, vertigo, and loss of fingernails within an hour of one another. Ranger Redacted has been declared MIA, presumed dead. Fingernails, huh? Like they just left? Alright. That's the one. Here we go. Are you ready? It's the DLC content. It's time. We should be mostly alright. We've got a setup that's fine. Yeah, we should be alright. And to the elevator, please. Thank you.
Darkness engulfed the elevator.
Oh, hi.
There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Yeah, sorry about that. That might be me. I did just eat though, so we're all right. So, Alan, been a little while. Have you gotten better?
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle. Trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Alan, I've never been in an elevator where I think it has bravado. That doesn't make sense.
Sector, huh? We should check this out.
Down we go. It's not really a... Like, bravado is kind of false confidence. It's a flashy sort of like, look at how good I am. I think it's just an elevator door. You want to open that? Appreciated. So here we are. In investigations.
Anyone here?
No, they closed it. We read that in the other thing.
Not.
Readables. Official findings report regarding Dr. Casper Darling, internal and confidential. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D-084-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Naturally. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel teams seemed to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's codename to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. Refer to file 9-82-0136 for full report. Well, don't mind if I do. I'm hoping it's this.
A lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
I guess. Ah, hey. This one, no redacting. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent for all of our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Doing his job. Oh, this one was written in 2017. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Well, someone is telling someone else to stop sniffing. Get this out of my way. That too. And that. Can't move this though, huh? It's a good cabinet. Tractors. Burrow Tractor. AI82-KE, supplementary materials. Note miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow, William, male, Caucasian. Case summary, 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings, blunt force injuries, head, lacerations, left ear, cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation, right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma, abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from scene. Conclusion, it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. You do want to rip out the guts. That way, even if it gets up and tries to stagger off, it ain't going far. What do we got here? 2019. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. Do you hear that? There's a job opening. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Well, I wonder what's loose inside. Honestly, it sounds like someone who might want to, you know, play a little bit rough. Mr. Dennis. So yes, there's an increase in AWA cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people here are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Agent Grayson, I like your spice. Do I need a fucking new one of these? Is that... No. No, I think we just need another one. We'll get it. There's things up here still. Oh, everything is fresh and new again, isn't it? All these readables. 2, Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again, 3rd time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this Redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. You know, I wanted to work in dead letters, and I still do, but the finely ground edge on the investigation staff speaks to me. Underhill. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during her time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Refer to File 7-08-5286 for full report. We'll be speaking with Dr. Underhill. She's got a sauce that'll make us not die on mold. fucking... Okay. There we go. A shaded facet. Oh, we'll need this in a bit. Remember where this is. Come on. Official findings report regarding redacted, internal, and confidential. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, redacted was launched into the redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive redacted when redacted with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench is redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any redacted and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file redacted for full report. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Well, Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. You want this to be true is a commonly repeated phrase from the Hiss. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. In time. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Sounds like a crackpot. No, we're still doing that, huh? I swear, I could just... There we go. No? Fuckery. Well, good thing we came down here anyway. Keystones. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target, AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman/Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them there. Given their records, it is possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange things we noticed were the markings on the various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot and a shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. Ah, that's the problem. Ethics. Who's being unethical? Ah, the Prime Candidate program, that makes sense. Internal Investigation P-142-9 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate program redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the old... My mouth has quit. We've done it too much. It's spent. brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this in breach of the ASH Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the prime candidate program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. Refer to file 9-82-10136 for full report. Tractors. So what's the problem with the tractor AI82-KE? Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. This item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow. We saw his autopsy report, owner of the Burrow farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by, quote, growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrows only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Did you sick the bear tractor on your husband? It's a weird way to go about an argument. So the box went through. There we go. I can kind of wiggle it, but anyway, we got to get another battery.
It's not working.
Yeah, Jesse.
Lose power core somewhere.
Yeah, because there it is. So it looks like we're just trading one for the other. Fuck off.
Now that gate should open.
One would hope. Open, please. You got anything behind the desk? No. Oh, you do. An escaped specimen. The purpose of Internal Investigation X-039-7 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover... Sorry about that yawn. Anyway, the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. Air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview. Hashtag or #, 65-F-124. I don't see a date on this, so I'm not sure what the proper terminology would be. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Redacted's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape into the redacted. Investigation is ongoing. Refer to file 6-23-0721 for full report. Well, open the door. They got more bits.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Yeah. We're reading about it. Paracriminal organization, huh? This is the Blessed organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. What a way to go. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. Is Chester Bless like a televangelist? He sounds like he would be, right? In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. This seems like we're maybe jumping to conclusions. Blessed Pictures, however, is fairly direct. We need to follow up on that, but like, why do we suspect this, and what was the case here? Refer to file 7-39-0922 for full report. I would like to. Seeing as Miss Faden is in charge now.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar.
Yes, Alan, I know you, but don't worry about it.
I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. Yep.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been riding. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Boy, the darkness got visually noisy, didn't it? Someone's going to have to kick him out.
It was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Oh, you know.
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
I mean, yeah, but like, I'm trying to see how nice it is outside. It's pretty nice out there.
What? 'Cause, like, I remember that wrong. I mean, yeah, but like, I'm trying to see how nice it is outside. It's pretty nice out there. 'Cause, like, I remember that wrong. 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 '
We gotta turn this on. Or at least off, maybe? Well, it seems like we're just quieting the general discordance. Can't do it again, so we're likely doing the right thing. Anything else in here? No. Oh, it's got a casino. Fucked. Yeah, no thanks on that. We can go ahead and kill that message here. If you could. Oh, good. Thank you. Offering a promotion. It's such a strange thing to mistake this particular thing I'm doing for. Like, come on, man. There we go. Fixed. Anything else? Anything else at all? Seems like we've done it. And now, if you'll excuse me, no? Okay. Then I suppose we're touching this. Out. Or not. Well, what else are we missing here? We'll find it. Well, maybe we aren't just... Ah, no, there we go. Key.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman.
Sure.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound, a resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
I mean, sure, if there's one, why not another? I've been trying to tell you this, Alan.
Lurking, roaming.
We did that whole thing.
Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Let's go. Alrighty. Ah, there's a bridge. We fixed it. So that just might be what we're looking for. Anything over here to grab? This is a thing I can potentially bean that guy with, but we're not going to try hard enough in order to get there. That yellow spot's where we're actually aiming. Yeah. That'll do it.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
New York.
Why did Wake want me to come here?
It's all creepy, damp, and abandoned once you scratch the surface. I mean, there's plenty of really nice events, but make no mistake, it's all built on places like this. No. Well, I'll deal with that in a sec. There we go. Pardon?
Doesn't look like a house shift.
I
Didn't want to know.
It's fine. I really wouldn't worry about it. No, it didn't unfuck that, so... Open, please. Oh, a thought occurs on the off chance that there's anyone who offers these sorts of promotional deals that watches older content. Under no circumstances and at no time am I interested in any of those services. Here, go be somebody else's problem. Well, we missed. And blinded ourselves. So that's nice. Fuck off. There we go. And there we go.
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Why wouldn't they be? Oh, that's just still rocking from the other stuff we did. We'll get through there, but first, you know what we gotta do. Case number 74-WA-004. Offender names, Hartman, Emil. Victim names, Wake, Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin. Redacted, Lane, Rudolph, Desolé, Wendy. Emerson, Thomas, and redacted. Officer names, Dennis, Special Agent Remy. Charges, Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. Code 74, breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. Additional notes, offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers, due to their apparent senility and Wake possibly deceased. I don't know that they're senile. They're a little fried, but senility seems like a term that goes a bit too far. Simply reads, "Hello. My feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me." Interesting. Well, me. Fucked up if true. Who wrote that to themselves in here? They're just doing math on those boards.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Jesse, what kind of fucking response was that? I need you to do just a little bit better. That's some Daria shit, but I mean, witches, right? We're not squeezing through there. We'll see if we can ever unfuck it. May I begin taking this apart? No. Can I kind of chisel my way on through the other side? Yeah. Yeah. We're in a hidden location now. By just kind of bashing our way in. I appreciate that I was allowed to do that. It's nice. Nothing else, huh? No, nothing interesting. To the service tunnel it is.
This darkness is blocking the door.
We know how to do this.
Now I have to deal with an interdimensional light. Burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Easy peasy, you know. That's just extra lights. Okay. Well, you know. We're gonna need this. What was a body? Upsies then. There we are. That's a stink room. Can't do anything about the stink room just yet. We'll revisit. Open. I see. Well, Hartman is giving us the old mantra there. The old hiss chant. Open, please. Operations. That's the other end of that hallway. Yeah. Those stairs are just fucked for right now. I would like to remind Director Faden that there's a handle on that and she has a free hand. And we could just, like, you know.
Darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster.
Hey.
Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
There's no need to call names. Tell us the whole thing, Alan.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Well, there you have it. Hearing Matthew Parrot, the voice of Alan Wake, read the words, baby, 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 yeah, and then orange peel. It's good shit. It does my heart good. Alright. Open the door. There we are. Well, this will be where we will plug something in, right? Deal with it in a sec. Gotta go get the fucking thing. There it is. Okay, unfortunately. We're gonna have to set our light down in order to carry it. So what does that power for us? Just that, huh? Just light right there. And what does this power for us? Ah. Hey, friend. At least our shit is all the way live now. Those, as you might expect, are basically gun versions of the floating telekinetics. See? Complete with bullshit dodgy stuff. They're not so good at ducking bullets, though. Here, go be a menace to your friends for a second. There we are. Thanks. You're welcome. There we are. We have more cleanup work to do. I'm sure you can hear the finish. Let's go ahead and grab our readables. Suppose this is our map. Someone's route planned. And something fucked up right there on DC. Or it may be, hey, this is where we're tracking an object. DC has the splash on it to be like, hey, this is a problem. This one's bad. We really gotta do something about this one, even if we don't feel like it.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Y'all need a union. So long as you can supply corroborating documentation of time past, then it should be claimable regardless of which plane of reality you're on. Easy. Rocky Mountain. That's what this station is for.
Agent Fisher, A6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best, but mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Well, wonder he... Oh, there it is.
But I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Still going. Yes? Hasn't clicked off yet. They typically click off. Let's see how long this recording actually is, because we can do that. We can just do that.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilize surveillance methods.
Of course I can't fucking skip ahead, huh?
Room doors, motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance.
Well, it's gotta be just about done, right? Yeah, that stops it. We'll give that a full listen through later. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? You want to know what I call that? Bullshit, all caps, I'm not going to shout. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWE or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more, and they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me get back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Hewitt, once again, I like you. I think only thing that's there is the finish. So we'll duck in here and grab this stuff. Sounds good to me. And we should be able to open that now, which is good. We'll grab this. The Shadow. Oh, and we also have the Hiss Ranger Airborne. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted Ranger, Airborne, confidential. Subgroup of Hiss corrupted rangers has manifested the ability to levitate similarly to Hiss elevated agents. However, these airborne Hiss rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so similar to the elevated, possibly indicates that Hiss can share permutations through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in Hiss rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that an environmental factor is responsible. It could be responding to an altered item or other paranatural elements found in only that sector. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the Hiss Ranger phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development for each of the Hiss manifestations, assuming any such trajectory exists. Refer to file redacted for full report. And the Shadow. Examination of paranatural entities. The Shadow. Dramatic. Summary. Paranatural entity A-010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of 3 known types. Type A. Localized manifestations of sentient redacted capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Type B. Shaded individuals, human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C. Shaded objects. Similar to B, except that inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE-35, which may imply a shared link to a redacted intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted. Refer to file 6-34-1923 for full report.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Well, alright then. The Eagle Limited, AWE-44. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on the site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Make sure that we're clear on that. So don't just blink at me. Well, alright then. Let's pick up our light. Pick up our other tasks. There we go. We'll just use our face to open that up. Oh. Well, I'm missing things. A moment. Black market. Official findings report, illegal altered item market. I mean, honestly, I would love to go shopping. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine altered and paranatural materials, was raided in redacted Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Refer to File 5-12-0221 for the full report. And then we have NASA. Interagency cooperation decision regarding NASA. Following the NASA/FBC coordination agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown, there we are, that the expenses of NASA's recent launch, fucking my mouth, I told you, it's spent, it's already done. Recent launch of the redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the redacted will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Refer to File 3-81-4812 for full report. There's been a lot of reading in this one, huh? My mouth and my jaw are just not going to be happy with me. But it'll be good for, you know, when I have to interact with people outside. Give me them points. Yeah, you got it.
The plants in here have died standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants. All right, let's go make some new friends.
That's the spirit, kid. Wrong button. It's a good light. I think it's still working. Alright, in just a moment, we're just gonna hang out here. I will be right back. Alright, there we go. All set and ready. I guess I fucked up that picture. Now, is this wall also? No, it's not. Nope. Okay. Just kind of a hole in the bottom of it. In we go.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Yeah, so, you get the idea. Something in the darkness feels like it's draining us. And we are going to need some power cores. We'll get this place lit up before we do any, like, genuine exploration. They're in here somewhere. At least I'm pretty sure they're in here somewhere. Set this down a sec. The light's stuck above. There it is. There's readables. And we're waiting, and we're waiting. Oh, that picture just popped in. Okay. I'm looking for something very specific before I start picking up readables and stuff. But I guess perhaps further inside. Give that a sec. Because we very plainly just do not have the bits. That's readables. That's more readables, it looks like. Oh no, is that a... Yeah, that's audio. Alright, well, elevator it is. Sit there. See if that behaves with the elevator. Objects don't always. Oh, that's why.
Shit. Now what? What is that?
That's our guy.
Come on, elevator, time to go.
Hi. Bye.
Don't like the light. I can use that.
So he can't really come in here. And now we're going to have to find the things. Problem being, I tried to scout ahead. And it doesn't seem to like that I tried that. Alright. Well, you know. Hi. Is this helping do anything but allow me to see? It's kind of just letting me see, huh? That's fine. Whatever. I would prefer to be able to see. Oh, hi again. Bye again. He's got bits. So... Oh, they're in there. Okay. Where it says power course. We'll get him good and banished in no time. Ow. Ow. Well, I had to wait that out. I think that's what's been happening, is that I've been hitting that particular spot up there. There. Bye. Look at his little dancer's feet.
Yeah, how do you like that?
He seems fine with it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and restore ourselves. Oh, we have enough for another astral construct upgrade. Search. I think probably fuck that for right now. That's, mines. It's fine, but not right now. I'm busy. I want to save up my source for that. We actually might have enough. Let's find out. It's much more important to me to upgrade the things that I use. So... Nah, don't need that. I'm gonna munch that. We don't need this anymore. We're close. What do we got in here? That's an interesting one, but I don't think that we're going to actually fuck around with that particular sort of synergy. Definitely not that. Nope. Don't need that. No. Did we just get there? We might just, like, have just gotten there. Hey, we did. Excellent. Okay. That's the good shit. Then we'll upgrade Pierce next. We need more corrupted samples. We'll get that from Goopsters. Alright. We have readables to do in there, but I think this might be where we just kick it for now. Speaking of for nows. We want that. This is what's going to get replaced. We can also probably ditch this in favor of ammo cost per shot. So we have additional projectiles, and then this is getting scrapped for the thing that we'll get from here, the location of which has already been foreshadowed. But this should be even better than it was previously. So next time, more reading. We forced it to save. We're gonna go where we go. And I'm going to exit on out of this. Because of course you have to quit to menu and then quit out entirely. But you can see what it is that we'll be doing in the DLC eventually. It's going to culminate in, you guessed it, a boss fight. And, you know, it's a boss fight. It's fine. What irritated me when I played through this the first time was that it's a DPS check. And kind of go fuck yourself if you're programming in DPS checks. You're gonna have to think outside of just, can you make number go down fast enough in given amount of time. I just, there are other ways to challenge your player than to do things like that. And boy, you know, you sure don't see anyone doing anything other than this these days. Don't know what that is. I think it's got to do a lot with sort of the ossification that comes with schools of thought. Not to say that there shouldn't be rules. There absolutely should. You need to define what it is that you do and do not want to do. But we need to broaden our scopes as it pertains to encounter design and what makes one interesting and fair. Say if you have a build based on attrition, and this isn't any given game, something where you are prepared to last it out for the long haul. If your victory takes 3.5 hours to achieve, who am I to stop you? Likewise, if you can figure another clever way around it, say laying traps or getting things stuck in a specific spot so that you may leverage whatever it is you have with impunity, again, who am I to stop you? This is a discussion for another time. For now, I think this particular fragment of darkness has been loud enough, and we'll leave you to wander alone for a bit. See ya.